Can we talk stable, supportive family privilege? Now, as the parent of 4 kids who has had to work on reparenting myself a lot as well, as someone who's always interested in unpacking and processing the ways that we, Gen X and millennials, experienced a lot of trauma in our childhoods, so that we can be cycle breakers and not perpetuate that trauma onto our kids, I find this comment really interesting. And this is actually something that I've talked with my kids about a lot, or rather my kids have talked with me about. White, middle class, highly educated. But one that often gets glossed over is the tremendous privilege of having a stable, supportive family. And I think there's multiple layers to that. There's having stable parents who provided all of the necessities in life for you. Bonus if those parents were loving and affectionate. Bonus if they had the capacity and resources to provide you with guidance along the way. Like one of my kids with a learning disability was talking to me about how they were trying to access disability services in college and what a frustrating process that was, how convoluted it was, and how much privilege they had in having highly educated parents, one of whom is a special education teacher, help them navigate that system to gain access to appropriate accommodations. That's the privilege that comes with having stable, loving, affectionate, engaged parents. How much of an advantage do we give our kids by providing them not only their basic needs, not only the necessary love and affection, reducing the amount of trauma that they have in childhood so they have less to recover from in adulthood, but also helping support them throughout life, like having a strong connected relationship where we know our role as parents is to be supportive. What a huge difference that makes in the lives of kids to know that their parents offer unconditional love and support, that they can fall back and lean on their parents for guidance and help and just a listening ear. The advantage that that kind of privilege confers cannot be overstated, in my opinion. And I think it's necessary to acknowledge the folks who lack that privilege and how we can help support them and help them compensate in that way, but also how important it is that we do our best as parents to provide that privilege for our children. It actually shouldn't be an issue of privilege. It should be the norm for all kids. But I think it's definitely important that we acknowledge that the system benefits those who have that familial privilege, who have the privilege of supportive, engaged parents. That dynamic confers a significant advantage to kids in childhood and in adulthood. That it has a lasting impact on children when we can help make sure that their needs are met in childhood and that their parents are engaged.